What's up, amigos? Welcome to the Ink Buildup. Now today I'm going to get started screen printing these little bags where my stainless steel straws are going into. So let's get started. Now these bags are kind of small and I don't have a pallet, but I just made one right now. And also for exposing my screens, I'm actually going to use these, I forgot the exact name of these, but the transparency papers, the ones that are printed with lasers. But I'm going to do it double, so it could be extra dark. But right now I'm going to show you guys the little palette that I made for those little small bags. Okay, so here's the palette. It's just a piece of scrapbook I used that I had laying around. I kind of did it the same way on one of my old videos where I show you guys how to do a cheap palette. And this print I'm going to be doing is for my print shop. So it's going to be two colors. It's going to be the white and red. And I'm going to use the white as well for the underbase for the red. And the way I'm going to expose these screens is I'm only going to coat half of the screen. One is because since it is a small image, I don't want to use the entire screen. I'm going to waste emotion. And since the palette is small, there's no risk of, ink going through or there's no emotion. And at the same time, in case I expose it and it doesn't come right, I could just flip it around and coat the other side with emotion and expose them again. That way I don't have to go in and reclaiming them or all that. Okay, now before I start exposing these, I gotta register screens, the film to the screen, so I can know exactly where to place it. And I already have the back here, and I'm gonna use the stencil, place exactly where I want it, and I already have a screen here. And I'm just gonna measure to one of the registration marks. 9 centimeters. Oh. Okay, so I'm just gonna know I have to place the film from one of the top registration marks. 9 centimeters from the edge of the screen. Alright, amigos, so this is day 2. I'm gonna print these bags. We're gonna put my stainless steel straws. And yesterday I exposed my screens. Luckily everything came out perfect, and this time I made sure to cover it up with the pinholes. So here's the white, and here's the red. And again, I only coated like part of the screen, that way I won't have to waste emotion on this. It's a small print, so I can get away with that. But anyways, I'm gonna register them, and I'm gonna do a test print, and then I'm gonna do on the bag. Do the whites first. And for this one, I'm not going to use any liquid adhesive for the palette because when I put the bags in here, it's real tight. And so there's no point of it. But I'm going to use one for the test print because this is loose. do this real quick. Okay, so I'm just a little bit off. In case I ran out of packing tape, usually what I do is I put regular packaging tape on top of this. So I could do the second color, and if it's not perfect, I just wipe it off. But not right now. Might as well. So this one must just tap that. Oh, that was too much. Okay, so I think I finally got it. It took longer than I expected. Here's how I tested. I just put tape on top of the white underbase. That way I could print the red on top of it. I could see it. If it's not perfect, I wipe it off and then print again. I'm going to do the first one. I might have to do it print flash print for the white underbase, and then I'm going to hit it flash again, then I can do the red on top of it. Okay, so not that perfect. Gonna make a little adjustments and do it all over again. First, I gotta cure it. Good, está caliente, está caliente, está caliente, está caliente, está caliente. Está caliente aquí. My kid walked in. Para allá. Okay, so I can show you guys my. This was my first attempt, my first time. I can see it was kind of off. And here's the one I did right now, where I finally. Let's see. Just like a hair off. This, when I was doing I was covering the pinholes, I accidentally dropped a little drop of emulsion on this red, and that's why I got that's why I got block. But yeah, so I'm probably thinking of doing one side just white, and the one with black and red. I mean, with white and the red on top of it. And I'm gonna see which one looks better. So what do you guys think? Which one looks better? Having two colors or just one color? Okay, so I ran into a problem. You see, for me to print these little bags, I made a pallet using some scrap wood, and the wood is real thin. And here where I actually screwed them with the screw, and actually start cracking. Between where you see right here's the screw, and it start cracking, and here as well. And right now, while I was printing this one, it literally, see that? So right now I have the white. I'm gonna do the red. If I see that it's moving too much, then I'm just gonna go with nothing but white. So yeah, so that's what happens, man. Damn it. Oh well. Let's see how this goes. Yeah. It did move a lot. Damn it. So by the looks of it, I'm just gonna go with all white. Cause I don't wanna print. I don't want my print to go out with the colors not registered. But I still want to print these with two colors. So what I'm going to end up doing, now I know exactly what I'm doing. Sorry if I keep changing my ideas. So I'm going to print all of them. First, just on one side, all white. Then I'll flip it. Then I'll try to do the two colors. That way, in case my little palette does snap, at least all of them are printed at least one color. So that's what I'm going to be doing. This was the print I did before the palette kind of snapped on me. And after I snapped, as you can see, yeah, it literally moved a lot. Look at that. Here, before the snap, after the snap. So again, just to be safe, I'm gonna print all of them white on one side, then flip it on the other side and print both colors into this little palette. Take no more, because it's ready to fall off. I'm actually gonna place something down here. Small screen printing, something you gotta improvise. Yeah, there we go. This one. This one. I should have placed that piece of wood at the beginning, because since the palette is like this, and when I push or when I pull, it goes like that, and that little piece of wood is stopping it, it's preventing it. Should have done that at the beginning. So now I have to snap palette. Okay, I ran into a small problem. Turns out some of these bags are a lot smaller than the other ones. For example, this one's the one I already printed. It fits perfectly on my little palette. But this one, as you can see, it's a little bit smaller. And I'm definitely going to try to squeeze it in there if I can. Then these ones are just going to be for one color. I'll just place it on top and hopefully it doesn't move. Let me try to find all those ones that are small. Holy! Basically all of them. So these ones are definitely going to be just one color, since I can't actually fit in the palette. So as I try to print the rest of these small bags, I'm not liking the results, because since it doesn't fit inside the palette, I have to place it on top of the palette, and I print, flash print, but unfortunately it gets smudged, so I decided not to continue, and I'm gonna try to find another piece of scrap wood that actually fits inside these ones. That way I can print the rest of them without having this little problem. But in the meantime, I'm gonna call this a night, and once I find another pallet, I'm gonna print the rest of them, because I don't want them to go like this. So in the meantime, just make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That way you can see how I end up fixing this problem. Make sure to follow my Instagram and my Facebook page. But in the meantime, I'm out.